Hi there, this is Jenny and I'm here with Hannah and we're going to be working on some handling skills, and I want to introduce Hannah to this contraption I have on the ground here, which is called a scratch board. So she's worked on some tricks with me in another session, and we are revisiting some of that with this skill. But it's a little bit more utilitarian in its purposes. So instead of it just being kind of a cool behavior for her to do, this is actually something that can be used to help keep her nails filed down. So it's teaching her that same wiping motion, but on a more abrasive surface. So this is a scratch board here. It's got basically like a sandpaper material over top of it. And when Hannah does that scratch motion on that board, it acts like an emery board, and it wears the little tips of her nails down. So it can be kind of a fun way for dogs to help take care of themselves, because keeping those nails trimmed is going to be a really important part of Hannah's life. Keep them in good shape, especially since she's so active. Having those feet stay nice and healthy is going to be really good. So to start out with, I'm just rewarding Hannah for putting a paw onto this board. Good, which she's got no problem with. Good. Oh, sorry. I know I dropped it. I'm sorry. She needs a little help. I can toss. Good. The treat out. I know it keeps getting stuck in my hand. You sit. Oh, she goes, I can leap. Yeah? Yeah, there we go. Hannah. What if it's up like this? Is that easier? Oh, you cheater. Come on. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Yes, there you go. Good. What? Come on. She goes, you can't just plop. You gotta do some stuff. Oh, good. Look back. Come on. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll stop there with the scratch board. We can bring it back on another session. But it's a little awkward to teach. Yeah, you're going to keep going? A little awkward to teach since it involves some different movement. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. But the next thing I want to work on with Hana, which she's been really good about, but it's always good to revisit and reiterate, is some handling skills. So she's got this really nice coat that, you know, isn't too long, but definitely isn't short. It definitely has a good bit of depth to it. And so long that I've worked with her, I've not had any issues with handling with her. But a lot of times, things like brushing or getting their nails done can be kind of intrusive and unpleasant for them. So we want to always reinforce them with good things. Hana! Baby. So typically when I do handling and kind of counter conditioning to different pieces of equipment, whether that's you know, her getting used to you know, a cotton swab getting stuck in her ear at the vet, or an otoscope, so that little light with the little nose piece that they use to look in the ear, getting her used to having her ears handled so that can be introduced. I usually use like a frozen peanut butter Kong. I'm just going to be using some handfuls of tiny pieces of treat for this little bit here, since we're not going to do a full grooming session. Good girl. Very good. Praise is also really nice, so she seems to have no problem with good job with this brushing. Good girl, Miss Hana. Good job. Yeah, ready? She goes, I'm so ready, you don't even know. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Please give me my treats. What a good girl. Oh, yep, there's the drool. Gross. Gross drool. Alright, come here, babe. Yes, so just slowly, as I'm brushing her, I'm releasing little bits of treat. I'm doing it a little more frequently as I get to more sensitive parts of her body, so her back is going to be the least sensitive. Good job. Come here. Girl. So I can start there, but places like the tail, around her face, sometimes the legs, especially with this feathering that she has, that can be more difficult. Hi, can I see you? Good girl. What a good girl. Come here, babe. Hana. Oh, she goes, I'm so ready, you don't even know. And we're in a smallish space here, so if Hana wants to move away, I'm going to let her. I'm in no rush to get her groomed up. We'll finish up when the video, after the video time is over, if we have to. Because I want this whole process to be a good experience for her. So in her forever home, she should get, you know, frequent brushing and grooming, and incorporating, you know, some goodies into those things can keep them a really nice positive experience. And she definitely likes praise, so that is definitely, I think, one thing to use. But treats aren't too bad either, are they? He goes, nope, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. You ready? Good girl. Good girl, Hana. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. Hop, pop goes the Hana. Good girl. Like I said, she's had no problem with me handling her. She's pretty quick, so that's probably the only thing. She likes to keep moving. So holding still is probably more of the challenge for her. Right? Right? Yeah? Hi, good girl. Good girl. Can I see a paw? Oh, where'd it go? I dropped a treat. I lost a treat. I know, you're being so patient, and I lost a treat. Oh, there it is. I found it. Ready? Ready? Alright, so for feet, right here, distract her with a treat, hold the feet for a little bit. It's hard to see there. Oh my goodness, you're so excited. Break this treat up a little more. We'll do this as our last one, honey. And Hana's super food motivated, so this type of desensitization or counter conditioning is going to be, I think, go pretty smooth. I know, pretty smoothly with her. You ready? Grab your foot. I want your, oh, come on. Yes, good girl. So So while I'm holding her foot, I can kind of move it a little bit. I can stick my fingers in it, giving her treats the whole time while that's happening, so it's a good thing. You sit. Oh, come on. And she does pretty good. She kind of gives you her front foot. Can I have this one? Good girl. So I take the other foot, again, kind of play with it. Good girl. And the whole time while that's happening, she gets treats. So again, I like to use that peanut butter Kong just because it's a little easier, because I can just hold it and then she has access to it that whole time. But work like this, getting her used to, good job, getting different parts of her body handled is going to be really good, but she seems to have no problem with that. I'm going to stop there with Hannah. I'm going to go let her take a break, so we can revisit some of this handling stuff throughout some of her sessions. And we've done a little bit of it before, just touching her, making sure she's comfortable with people interacting with her in those different ways. What are you looking for? Huh? It's everything. I'm ready to go. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go let her take a break, and we'll be back with more next time.